like I could have pushed harder. My fitness, kind of in the toilet, can't lie. Welcome everyone to a brand new 50K training series. It is April, I don't have my watch, April 12th, 2026. And today we are kicking off 50K training for the year. For those who are new, I'll drop my lore really quickly. I trained for my very first 50K last year for the first time. I made it like 18 weeks maybe into training. I was feeling really good, and then I immediately had to stop because I was diagnosed with a autoimmune disease and basically had to go on meds and like do this whole thing. My heart would have exploded. Not really, but like it would have been a situation. So we had to pause. We had to give that up. That happened almost exactly 6 months ago, actually. But now we are back. We made it through the winter. I spent the past 6 months, I spent the first couple months incredibly depressed, and then I really locked in on lifting. So we are back. We are a lot stronger than we were before, but our running base is a lot worse. And I've decided that now that it's getting warm out, I want to get back on the trail. I have Graves' disease and hyperthyroidism, so I just got my most recent blood test back and everything looks really good, which is so awesome, which is making me feel comfortable enough to start training. But if my thyroid gets like crazy over the next couple months, I might have to not be able to do that anymore because it's been kind of like complicated figuring out. But as of right now, my blood perfect, thyroid perfect, heart normal. So I'm ready to train. For our breakfast today, we are having Kashi. Is it Kashi? No, it's not. Special K protein cereal with some banana and oat milk. It's like 7:45 right now, and today's plan, I'm doing a threshold test. So this is basically running as fast as you can for as long as you can, from like 45 to 60 minutes. I'm probably gonna head to the gym and do that on the treadmill, even though it's really nice outside, because then I'm meeting two of my friends to go climbing. So I don't know why my camera is blurry. Hold on. What the hell? Okay, so I fear me running on the treadmill is gonna be boring, but hopefully I can capture some kind of content.
Woo!
Did that not well? Okay, so we had a pretty good workout, had coffee with my friend. I did not film much because it was pretty boring in the treadmill. So I was on the treadmill for about 55 minutes. I felt like I could have pushed harder, to be honest with you, even though it was supposed to be a threshold run. I just didn't feel like I could have pushed harder, but hey, we ran for 55 minutes, and it's our first run. I think I lost a lot of fitness not running super consistently, but we have a long road ahead. Oh, also, I really like including what I eat in these vlogs. I don't really know why. I just find it like so fun, and also it keeps me from eating too many struggle meals if I know I have to like show on camera, so no one sees me eating like plain tofu from the container. Who would do that? Not me. So I did have some snackies. So I had one of these earlier, and I just had another one now. And I also had a peppermint Luna bar, which are my current faves. Just because I was so hungry from my workout. I probably should have eaten a bigger breakfast, more than that, just bowl of cereal. Ooh, I'm seeing an ad for a 10K in 2 weeks. Oh, maybe I'll bust out a 10K in 2 weeks. I would kind of love to do that. Ah! So I'm going to teach you my recipe for a very easy tofu scramble. First, we spray the pan, and then we add a handful of spinach. I keep my spinach in the freezer so it doesn't go bad or wilt too fast. If I'm just cooking it or putting it in smoothies, I find that it works kind of the same if you're just throwing it in something that doesn't rely on the texture a lot. This burner is broken. Strange. Okay, let's try this one. I am so not a cook, so this is truly the closest I get to regularly cooking. Classic, really not too much to write home about. I want to tell everyone I am like so disinterested in cooking and also not a good cook either. So anything you see here, it's not my recommendation. It's just showing you what I do. So then you should have something that looks like this, and then you just throw it all in the pan. Throw a little sriracha on there and boom. Bon appetit. All right, we have showered. We have my old man next to me. Literally, I want to draw the blackout curtains in my bedroom, get on my laptop, and do split screen Heated Rivalry rewatch and playing Bloons Tower Defense. That is what I want to do for the next 4 hours, can't lie. But I know future me will be disappointed in myself if I do that. So we're in the midst of cleaning my house, as you can tell, and I was feeling a little snacky, so before I let myself eat more granola, basically, I needed to get more protein in, so I just have a protein shake. However, I ran out of my favorite protein powder a couple days ago. This is my favorite. This is empty. I actually prefer, it's actually not my favorite. My favorite is the Vega Sport version, but this was at Safeway and I got it and I really like it. I like having it in smoothies. I like having it by itself, but unfortunately we are out. This is empty. And instead, at the store, I was like, oh my gosh, here's a flavor that it's $10 cheaper than Orgain. It's on sale. I will go get it, which is this. Unfortunately, it seems that all of the deliciousness of the protein powder did come with that extra $10. So with the amount I paid, I got the protein. I did not get the deliciousness. This does feel a little bit like punishment, what I'm currently drinking. I dried my hair with no product and no diffusing, just fully air drying, and it actually looks pretty fabulous. I feel like the product I use weighs down my hair too much. I'm eating cereal again. I think I've eaten maybe 6 bowls of cereal in the past 2 days. Charlie, are you helping plant? Good morning. It's 6:15. I have my billion items. Don't have an energy drink, so we're drinking coffee with a metal straw before my lift. That might turn out badly for my tummy. So we are on our way home from the gym. I did not film anything because it's a little awkward filming when there are people around, but we did a little lift. Nothing too crazy. Today was not my big day. I didn't do any barbell work, just dumbbell stuff, hip thrusts, some like Romanian deadlifts, single arm rows, you know, nothing too strange or unusual. In and out, 45 minutes. It's like 7:25 and I'm on my way. I dilly-dallied in the bathroom taking selfies, to be honest. So I have been on a really good routine of lifting 3 times a week for the past 6 months, maybe 5 months, which is really nice. I'm definitely getting a lot stronger, which I enjoy. I'm barbell lifting again for the first time in literal years. I was super into barbell lifting in college, and then for a little bit, like in 2023 maybe, when I was really locked into climbing, I would do that to supplement, but it hasn't been my main focus since I was literally 18 years old. So it's been quite a treat to basically have my main workout be lifting, and I really like feeling a lot stronger, which is super cool. But now that I'm going back into running multiple times a week, I find it's really hard to do both at the same volume. Like, it's hard for me to run 4 days a week and lift 3 days a week while also like doing yoga a day a week or like maybe a climbing session. At least it was last year. But I'm hoping this year, with a winter of lifting under my belt and like gaining muscle, it's going to be a little less fatiguing and I can hang on to 3 days a week of lifting like as much as I possibly can for as long as I can until my mileage gets to a certain point. So it is 2 minutes to 8 a.m. I showered, didn't wash my hair, just a body shower, put my clothes on. I need to figure out what to eat for breakfast. I'm gonna journal a little bit, and then I want to log on to work. I really don't want to log on to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to work today. I don't want to work today. Also, I just want to say I look built as fuck right now. Can't lie. Hey, I gained some weight over the winter when I was not running and just lifting, which I actually don't at all feel any kind of way about. My clothes still all fit, which is the most important because I really don't want to buy new clothes. I'm rambling. I'm procrastinating. So for breakfast, we are having English muffin with butter, and this looks so whack, but I promise it's good. It is a smoothie. It has banana, protein powder, blueberries, and spinach. I probably won't eat this all right now. I might save this for later, but yep. I felt like I didn't just want to have this with like no fruit or vegetables. It is Tuesday, April 14th at 6:59 a.m. It's already light out. I've been up for over an hour. We have a pretty busy day ahead of us. I'm gonna crush a 3-mile run right now. My body's pretty sore from lifting yesterday, and then I'd love to lift after work so I can double it up and take a rest day tomorrow. But we'll see. If I'm held up at work past a certain time, I will not go to the gym probably. But I do want to run now because it's going to be hot today, like 80 degrees hot, maybe in the 70s, and I don't want to run when it's really, really hot. I just feel like input exhausted. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously I have a 9-to-5 job, but I also have like actual hobbies that require my brain and relationships to maintain, and also stupid stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure I have unpaid tolls like in the mail that I need to pay. So I don't know, maybe not planning on crossing state lines soon, but if I do, they might take my license away. Here are my shoes. They're beautiful. They're the Saucony Endorphin Speed 5, I think. I had the 3s before. This is what I had last time. You see, obviously this one's a little more fabulous. Low-key, I kind of prefer this one, can't lie, guys. But this is beautiful, and it served me very well. Three miles plus 5 striders, 20 seconds each with a minute rest in between. My handheld apparently grew mold over the winter since I forgot to wash it out well enough, so I'm using this till I can get a new one. I do have a vest, but I feel like that'd be doing too much for 3 miles in the city. Damn, my fitness kind of in the toilet, can't lie. But my legs are a lot less sore, so I'm already getting work emails that I need to respond to. So I'm gonna finish off with like 5 minutes of walking and then do a little foam rolling while I reply to those. And we have my usual fave breakfast. When I run in the morning, I need to eat more than I usually do, or else I get so crazy hangry. So we have finished work for the day. It is 5:11 p.m. and I do think I'm gonna go to the gym, mostly because I have a long day tomorrow and I really do not want to work out. So that was a lift. I would not say it was a fabulous lift. My camera is falling, I'm sorry, I'm in the car on my way home. That's always the problem with double days when I'm running in the morning and lifting in the evening, is that I understand why it's programmed this way, because you want to accommodate full rest days, so like couple hard efforts together, so you can actually give your all instead of just always being at an underlying layer of fatigue. I totally get that, but I think my big lift day, which is when I do squat and bench, so 2 barbell moves, the other days I just do 1 barbell move with dumbbell stuff, I think I need to dedicate that day like on its own so I can actually give my all, especially for squat, which is probably squat and bench are the movements I want to focus on. I low-key hate deadlifts. It is about 6:30 on Thursday. I think I filmed earlier this morning, but that literally feels like it's so long ago that I don't even know. It is hot as hell today. So I went to the gym to run on the treadmill, did a quick 3 miles on the treadmill. Normally for 3 miles, I would go outside, but it was hot today. It was very hot. And I also have a little thing going on. I don't know if I have a cold or like it's just allergies or what. But nose, throat, a little whack, and I only got 6 hours of sleep last night. So all of that to say, I want to get a little movement in because I took a rest day yesterday, so I did a nice chill 3 miles. I do feel good about it, feel it gave me a little more energy, but I did not lift. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. We are here with the pup. He's asleep. He doesn't care about my passions. That's okay. I took the day off work. I have a 4-day weekend, ostensibly, but I still probably have like an hour and a half of work to do today that I need to do this morning, which is my own fault. I could have done it yesterday, but my brain was just so fried. So, but I'm really excited to have a little 4-day weekend and get some stuff done, get some vlogging done. Quite pleased. This morning has been pretty productive. I journaled. I did a full hour of Russian study, so that was my goal for the day, and gonna get some work done. I'm still having like a cold, allergy, whatever going on with my like nose and throat. It's not in my actual body, and I actually got a good night's sleep last night, so I don't feel as dead as I did yesterday, but I'm not feeling super great. So I think I'm going to today do my lift and hit 30 minutes on the stair stepper, and then do my trail run Sunday probably, because Sunday will also be nice and cool. As I settle in for some work, here is pretty average oatmeal, nothing too crazy. I am not really an oatmeal girl. I used to be, and now it's only when I like don't have anything in the house. But it looks pretty good. It is pretty hot, but we are going to get that stair stepper in for some vert and lift, and it's all gonna be good. And then we have our rest day tomorrow, which I think I'm gonna use to do one of my like, okay, it's a rest day from running and lifting, which is what I'm like locking in on for performance, but I have a lot of other hobbies that I really like doing. So like I really want to try a pole dancing class. I like to climb. I like hot yoga. So I need to decide like, can my body handle that on a rest day and I just have one full rest day each week, or like what? So that's what I'm thinking about right now. Okay, so we had a really good workout. I did a 45-minute lift. I did not show my actual lifting because there's always people in the weight room and I get super self-conscious about filming, but it was pretty chill. I just did overhead press and Bulgarian split squats, and those are my 2 main ones, plus like a couple accessory things. Did I do anything else? Oh, squats, but just goblet, not barbell. And was on the stair stepper for 35 minutes, which I remember last year, the first time I tried a stair stepper workout, I was fighting for my life trying to do 20 minutes. So it is, I feel like I've lost so much cardio fitness over the winter, but I'm glad to know that I can at least hit 35 minutes on the stair stepper without it feeling crazy hard, when this time last year that was not the case.